The phone slipped from my hand and hit the kitchen tiles with a crack that sounded like a gun going off. The screen froze on a single image. Amina, my Amina, pressed against a man I didn't recognize. Her lips were on his neck, his hand sliding beneath the hem of the red dress I'd given her for Eid. The time stamp glowed in the corner. 3 weeks ago, the exact night she'd said she needed space. My breath vanished. The whole room swayed. The burnt smell of cumin from the pot I'd forgotten on the stove suddenly made my stomach twist. I dropped to my knees beside the shattered phone, shards cutting through my trousers. Warm blood spread to the cotton, but I barely felt it. That picture kept replaying inside my head like a cursed loop. 3 weeks. 21 days of her soft apologies. Her tired smiles. Her quiet, I just need to figure myself out. It's not you. 21 nights lying in a bed that had started to feel too large. Telling myself couples go through rough patches. She still wore her ring. She still whispered, "I love you," when she thought I was asleep. I gathered the pieces of the phone with shaking hands, slicing my fingers again. The back cover had snapped off. The battery lay beside it like something lifeless. I pushed everything back into place, streaking blood across the cracked glass as I reopened the chat. The contact name was nothing but a heart, the same one she'd used for me until a month ago. I scrolled upward with a trembling thumb. The early messages seemed harmless. Jokes about coworkers, complaints about her mother, normal things. Then the tone shifted. Pet names she'd never used with me. Voice notes I couldn't bring myself to play because my hand shook too violently to tap them. And then the photos. Dozens. Her in lingerie. Him shirtless in what looked like a hotel mirror. A video thumbnail. Amina laughing, her hair wet, steam curling behind her from someone's shower. I don't know how long I stayed on the cold tiles. Minutes, maybe hours. The call to Maghrib drifted through the open window like a thin, mournful thread. My chest felt crushed inward. Every breath tasted metallic. She came home that evening, and the grocery bag slipped from her arms the second she saw my face. A carton of milk rolled across the floor and burst open, spilling white across the tiles like surrender. Zane, my name cracked in her throat. I couldn't speak. I just held up the broken phone. The screen flickered beneath the spider web of cracks, but the image was still clear, her mouth on his neck. All color drained from her face. For a moment, I thought she might collapse. She took a step toward me, then froze as if she'd hit an invisible barrier. "It isn't," she began, then clamped both hands over her mouth, tears filling her eyes. "Don't," I said. My voice sounded dead, unrecognizable. "Don't insult me with that line." Her legs buckled, and she dropped onto the sofa, the same sofa where we'd watched Turkish dramas, argued about whose turn it was to make chai, where she'd fallen asleep on my chest whispering that I was her safe place. I stayed on the floor, glass crunching beneath me. 3 weeks, I said. "You asked for 3 weeks, and I gave them to you. I cooked for one. I watered that stupid basil plant. I told your mother you were just tired when you stopped picking up her calls. And every night you were—" My voice died before I could finish. Tears streamed down her face. She didn't wipe them away. "I was going to end it," she whispered. "Tonight, I swear, Zane, I was coming home to tell you everything, to beg you to forgive me." The laugh that came out of me was harsh and broken. "Beg me? You think this is something you can beg away." She finally looked up, eyes red but steady. "I hated myself every single day. I don't have a justification. I felt trapped. Like I woke up and realized I'd become someone's wife before I ever got to be just Amina. And he listened. He made me laugh when I couldn't remember how. It was selfish. It was vile. And I knew it even then. I stared at her, searching for the woman I proposed under fairy lights and bourbon. The woman who cried happy tears as I slid the ring onto her finger. She was sitting right there, same small mole above her lip, same way she twisted her dupatta when she was nervous, but something essential in her looked emptied out. "You let him touch you in our bed?" I asked quietly. Her flinch answered for her. Something inside me split open. Not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet break that couldn't be undone. I stood up slowly, shards sliding from my clothes like dirty snow. I'm going to Amir's. Zane, please. She reached for me. I stepped back. The distance between us felt like a canyon. Don't touch me. Not ever again. I walked past the spilled milk, the scattered groceries, the life we'd built piece by careful piece. At the door, I paused with my hand on the knob. You wanted a break, I said without looking back. Congratulations. You have a permanent one. The real twist came 2 days later. I found the ultrasound tucked in her jewelry box while packing my things. 12 weeks. The date matched the night she first asked for space. I sat on the edge of our bed, her bed now, holding the grainy black and white image of something no bigger than a lime. A heartbeat I'd never get to feel. A child who might have my eyes, or his, or none of mine at all. The betrayal wasn't only that she'd been with someone else. It was that she let me believe the distance was temporary, that she'd watch me break apart night after night, while she decided whether the life inside her was worth confessing for. I left the ultrasound on the dresser beside her wedding ring, the one she'd quietly stopped wearing weeks earlier. Then I walked out without locking the door. Some breaks can't be repaired. Some debts are paid with pieces of your soul you never get back. And some stories end not with shouting or slammed doors, but with a soft, final click of a latch that will never open for you again.